everybody. Today we're going to review a lot of the things that are going to be on your music mastery tests that you've already worked on. So the first thing is the grand staff. Most of you have learned about this already. We're just going to review a couple of things. So first is the treble clef. Most of you know it as the G clef, but the other name for it is treble. And that is the higher notes, right? And usually our right hand plays the treble clef. Then we have the bass clef, which we call the F clef, and the bass or F clef is the lower notes. So it's usually our left hand. And each of these clefs is on a staff. A staff is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, and the same on the bottom, and 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So 5 lines and 4 spaces. The two staffs together, the treble staff and the bass staff, are connected with this brace and bar. So here's the brace and here's the bar. So if you're going to draw this, you would just draw a line and then kind of a squiggly line on the end. And that makes the grand staff. So there's two staffs by themselves, and with the brace and bar, it makes the grand staff. Some of the other lines on this are the double bar line. We have a little line and the bigger line right here. That's the double bar line. That means the end of the song. Then we have these lines right here, which are called bar lines. And they divide the music into measures. So from here to here is one measure, and from here to this bar line is another measure, and from here to the end is another measure. So we have on this page, we have 1, 2, 3 measures. And one more thing that most of you know is these 2 dots with this double bar line. And those make it a repeat sign. So the 2 lines by themselves are a double bar line. If we didn't have these there, that would be just a double bar line. But the dots are what make it a repeat sign. So if you're asked to circle the repeat sign, it's going to be the dots, not the bars. Then these numbers over here are called a time signature. And it tells us how many notes or how many beats there are in a measure. So this has a 4 on the top and a 4 on the bottom. So the 4 means there's 4 beats in a measure, 4 quarter notes like this. And that's called the time signature, and it's always at the very beginning of the song. Then when we have our notes on the staff, we've talked about this, that we have line notes. So this one's a line note because that line goes right through the middle, and space notes that are inside of the lines. So when we go from a space note to a line note, or a line note to a space note, that's a step. And if we go higher on the page, we're going up. And if we go lower on the page, we're going down. If we do a space to a space, if I were to draw a note right here, that would be a skip. Then if we stay on the same line like these ones, or if they were all on the same space, that's a repeated note. So those are the parts of the grand staff. Next, we're going to talk about, let me see if I can. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about the different kind of note values. So we've got a quarter note, which we call blue, and its real name is quarter note, and a quarter rest. These get 1. So we say blue and rest. Those are each 1. Quarter note. And then this is a jello, but it's called 2/8. And this also gets 1 because we say jello, jello.